It is time for part 2 of the Zooble video. Now, picking up where we left off, we have episodes 6 through 9. And in this new era of TADC, Zooble actually gets more screen time, so this will be quite interesting. Now anyway, in episode 6, we get some one-on-one time with Gangle and Zooble, where Zooble actually gives some pretty good advice. I won't sugarcoat it. But why this scene is important is because Zooble is helping out Gangle, but Zooble still needs to help herself, as you can see right about now.
You have to choose to love yourself, even if it doesn't make sense. It's not natural, it's intentional.
Have you ever had to make that choice?
Huh?
Now, this scene is important because Zooble didn't make that choice, but Gangle assumes they did, but they didn't. It's kind of like with Ragatha, where she's looking out for everyone else but herself. So let's see if Zooble takes their own advice. Next up is episode 7, and we're going to talk about this one for quite a bit.
Choice
now,
of what?
Anyway, here's the first clip.
Are you sure he's all the way here?
Wait, don't we all want to press leave? Why leave it up to him?
What if there's something we don't know? Maybe we should give it a little more time?
Oh, yeah. I love pressing buttons. You, want me to press one of those too?
I don't know.
Am I missing something? We all want to leave, right?
Pomni?
Yeah, we do. It's just, what if it's a trick or something?
Why would there be a trick console in Kane's office? Like, no matter what we press, Kane's gonna know we were here. We should push it.
Hold on. Let's just wait a second and go over everything we know.
Well. Zooble's back again at her original 2 targets, Pomni and Kinger. Now, before you comment, this scene needs heavy context, and I know that. So that's basically what we're going to be doing. We're going to look at the context of this episode and see if that justifies this clip and Zooble's actions in this clip. So let's go back to the start of the episode.
Is the adventure over already?
No, the adventure hasn't even started yet.
Well, don't be a narc. Find your own hiding spot.
It's not that.
Oh my god. Again, with the projecting. Pomni's not the narc. You are, Zooble. Also, Zooble being a narc would kind of make sense because narcissists are known to have low empathy, and that would explain her behavior during Kaufmo's abstraction scene. Not to mention, Pomni wasn't even trying to steal Zooble's hiding spot or look for one at all, which she explained out of her own mouth. But no worries, Zooble will apologize for the misunderstanding and calling Pomni a narcissist. Oh, wait, nope, silly me. I forgot, Zooble is allergic to apologies. Yeah, they never apologize for this scene at all. Now, the second argument one could make is that when you're joking around with friends, you like to call them things that they're obviously not. Which, yeah, I do that with my friends sometimes. But my argument with that, my first one at least, is that Zooble and Pomni are just not friends. But again, that's my opinion. So my second argument is that this is just not a joking tone.
Well, don't be a narc. Find your own hiding spot.
There's even the half eye roll. It's these little details the casual viewer won't pick up on. And if you think this is edited footage or a fan animation, then here's the timestamp. You can go look for yourself. Alright, with all that aside, let's go to a more happier scene.
I've been starting to think that maybe the ability to change is fine. Not needing to commit to one thing all the time.
Zooble's arc, at least with her own self-issues, has finally drawn to a close. She's found a solution for her body dysmorphia. And it does make sense because we've seen them swapping out their parts in every episode. They have different parts. So this does make sense. Now, from this point on is where we get to the main stick of the episode. The beach thing was not an adventure. That's just a location by, the grounds and stuff outside. The actual adventure was set up by Kane, and it's like an escape the circus adventure thing. But it feels so real that the characters don't realize it's an adventure. So they're basically getting tricked with a whole bunch of bullcrap. There's this NPC named Abel. The whole episode is basically kind of making fun of fan theories, but the characters are falling for everything. Now, with all of that context, does that justify this clip?
No.
If you are going to say that there were high stakes and that the clock was ticking and Kane could come back any moment and Zooble was trying to go fast before he could come back and just click the button, that cannot be true when there are scenes like this. Look.
I
Look
guess
at this.
this is
Look,
it.
they're just standing still. They're not even moving.
Leaving
They're
the
just standing
circus.
still. And then when they do finally start moving, they're walking so slow, taking their sweet, precious time. Clearly, Kane coming back was not a problem for Zooble right here, until she saw her old two targets, Pomni and Kinger. Okay, so just to recap, Kane coming back was clearly never a problem for Zooble earlier in the adventure. Otherwise, during this clip, they would have been like, hey guys, let's not walk this slow. Let's run. Let's go fast, actually, because Kane could come back at any moment. So Zooble couldn't even hear Pomni out for what she had to say. And I do in part kind of blame Pomni's terrible communication skills whenever it comes to the fact that Kinger gets sane in the dark. Because throughout the series, she never outright directly tells anyone. She just puts the bucket on his head. Is like, trust me, guys. So I do blame Pomni a little bit, but at the same time, Zooble couldn't even hear her out, and she made up a bullcrap excuse when earlier in the episode, time was clearly never a problem. Now, if you're gonna chalk all that down to just Goose bad writing, then I think you should know that episode 7 was actually one of the only episodes to be rewritten. There's no way they left a mistake such as big as this in, unless it was intentional. You cannot defend Zooble in this scene. They even had their fists balled up, ready to throw hands at Pomni. And again, Zooble still hasn't and will not apologize from that scene from the start of the episode either. But let's move on from this episode. As you can see, Zooble has traumatized Pomni so badly that whenever she sees a triangle, she bursts out in tears. Okay. Just wanted to do a little bit of trolling before I get to the real meat and potatoes. Remember in part 1 where I showed a random clip from episode 4? I said I would go in depth into this clip in part 2. And now, that time has come. During TADC's last act, all the humans got on Kane's nerve and led to his inevitable crash out. But you cannot deny that there was one human who pushed his buttons more than anyone. One human who consistently rage baited him throughout the entirety of the show. Gangle. Okay, no, it's Zooble. I think no matter what your stance on Zooble is, we can all agree on this. But now, with this singular clip, the entire show is broken. Roll the clip.
So you're just, actually doing the job.
Yeah, I don't want Kane to punish me.
Kane's not gonna do anything malicious. It's not in his nature.
You really want to find out? The only thing holding Kane back is the fact that he likes us. I wouldn't push it.
You're telling me Zooble knows the only thing holding Kane back is the fact that he likes the cast, and continues to consistently rage bait him throughout the entirety of the show. Even Jax calls them out for being a hypocrite.
I wouldn't push it.
That's rich coming from you.
And from part 1, we know Zooble does tend to be a hypocritical character, but I never thought it would spiral this far. This is reckless, and putting not just themselves, but the entire circus in danger. But also in part 1, I showed you how Zooble is a reckless character, putting Gangle in direct danger. You see how everything is connecting back nicely? These quirks of Zooble have spiraled so far out into the insane paradox puzzle we have now. Throughout the show, I always knew Zooble was a bad person, but I still thought they were a smart bad person. Zooble may have been an awful human being, but they were an intelligent one. But with this scene, I just don't know what to think. Either A, Zooble is stupid, or B, they were aware of what they were doing and purposely continued to do it to put the circus in danger. Pick your poison. There's no option C or none of that. Pick your poison. And again, it's not like this scene took place in something like episode 9 where it would be too late to change their behavior towards Cain. This happened in episode 4. There was plenty of time to change your ways. Yet, Zooble continued to agonize Cain in episode 4, episode 5, 6, and so on. So again, pick your poison. Dumb or downright evil mastermind. And yes, I know, characters don't have to be 100% smart or 100% dumb. They can be a little bit of both. You can be smart and have some dumb moments. But this is beyond just a dumb moment. This is borderline stupidity, having multiple dumb moments, having self-awareness, and then continuing to repeat the behavior. Pick your poison. This has been the Zooble Character Analysis series. Thank you all so much for going down this ride with me, no matter what you think about Zooble. And if you disagree with any of my takes, I'd love to see your comments, just like in part 1. What's next for TADC on this channel? I don't know for sure, but there is a poll on my community tab, so you can go vote on that. But until then, that's all, freaks.